some very basic things, and then after I go through the level, I'll replay it to show you what it should look like. I failed to do this the other day. But first, I need to explain some things about damage boosting. So, there's a technique used for damage boosting that we call back hop slashing. And like I said earlier, for grabbing that last checkpoint in Spectre, for moving backward when you're using your Shovel Knight attack, or your shovel attack, what back hop slashing is say you're walking right and you want to continue, but there's an enemy in your way, so you want to get damage boosted right. What you're going to do is run to the right, then push left, immediately do a jump attack, and then push right. And you get that. And what this causes is you will get damage boosted and continue moving right. You can do it the opposite direction as well. And there's one instance in particular where this is useful that I will explain later. Jump when you reach the first two of those flame pillars. Oh, fun fact about this walk off this corner right here and pogo on that beetle. That will not work if you do not have vertical sync enabled. Have vertical sync enabled if you're playing PC version. As for breaking these blocks, this is another instance where I personally use triangle for jump and attack at the same time. But what I do is just kind of line myself up with the background, maybe right about, I think it's here. I'm gonna break both. This rat will walk over you, and then as you reach this black line, do it again. For this room, you want to jump and break the big block and the rat. Pogo the second rat, and wait right here. The reason you wait a split second right here is because you need the next bird to be at a certain point on the screen for you to do a delayed pogo. Otherwise, he's too far to the right and it won't work. And it's very important that you don't lose any time in these first few rooms because of the way the global cycles work on this level, and I'll explain those later. If you do get hit in this room, it's not really that big of a deal in this room in particular because you can still make the right platform cycle, but it does kind of become harder to get everything the way you want it. I might not actually make it this time. I should be okay. Hopefully this third bird won't spawn, and he didn't. Jump and kill that rat normally, I'll show it to you later, but then you pogo off the last one and land on this platform, and then normally you walk against this wall up here, just hold right and then walk through here. For this room, I'm going to walk off the ledge, and hopefully take damage from the rat after I pogo the platform underneath him. And that saves the most time possible. This is the area I was talking about doing the damage boost on, and then break this block, and that's the fastest way to get through there. I'll show you another way in just a moment. But the reason I show off that damage boost is because whether you do the damage boost or the other method I'm going to show you, it takes roughly the same amount of time and you will get the same cycles on these pots. And these pots and all the ones in the level are on the global cycle. And you'll know if you reach the right time when you enter this room because the pots will be at the top of their ascent. This next room has 3 different ways you can get through it. I actually got a good cycle there, but I'll show that to you later. If you get a bad cycle, which you'll know because the pots won't be in the right place, you can walk off right here, and you don't even have to hold right, but there's a little lip on here you can stand on, and then you wait for the spike platform to rise, and then continue. For this spot, make sure the spiked platform is going up, and then wait here, and then pogo off the ferry. Make sure you do full jumps the whole time, just to keep him at the ferry at the right height. I might call them ferries or chomps. But that gets you up here, and this is the safest way to get through here. It is also the slowest, but it's guaranteed, and I recommend it for beginning runners. Now, depending on what speed you get through all these first few rooms in this next room I enter, you go down here, and sometimes this platform will be low, sometimes it'll be up here. Either way, just hold left and react to whatever it is you get. As you come here, hit jump and attack to open this, to get the health, and then continue. And then if you can, jump off of this platform here to cut both of those corners and save frames. In this room, you want to jump off of this rat as he approaches the right and try and land up here. Walk under this rat, walk under there. You can either pogo through this room or jump like I do. You can either kill this bird or wait for him to fly over you and then you just go under him. It's very simple once you get used to it. For this next potion thrower, pogo off of one of these stone blocks and then just pogo him and you never take damage. The next mini-boss, the Potion Master, he has 23 health, and I like to fight him on the right side of him. You can fight him on the left side, but you're prone to take a lot of damage from the potions, which will make you have to wait to get health, which is slower. If you see a red potion, you can hit that back, and it will fly back toward him and damage him. The green potions will also damage them, but whenever you hit them, they just go straight up. So just walk over, hit a red potion back if you see it, pogo him. And these jump cancels are actually slightly harder to do, because you have to do one as you approach the ground, and then do a short hop and immediately swing your shovel. It's completely different from every other jump cancel attack you do in the game. Sometimes two of the green potions, you'll just hit them during this phase and they'll go straight up. Let them hit him because they're free damage. Invulnerable. You kill him and continue on your merry way. I need to break this now. I will now show you what happens if you don't fight him on that side. If you can't get the right side kill to work, you can fight him on the left, but as you can already see, I've already taken damage and lost damage on him because I took hits. But if he transforms, you can actually just jump cancel after a second, and he will push you along for you. No movement on your part required. In this fire room, you can get like a perfect cycle where everything lines up by simply waiting for the fire to be at the right time and then jumping and landing like that. And it wasn't perfect, but you can do it. I'll try and show it off later. Otherwise, you just continue as normal. Wait here. I'm going to show off the old strat first, not the ladder skip. I wish I had a checkpoint at the right spot, but oh well. So this is the old way that I recommend for beginners to do. And that is how you get through that. Here, jump off the ladder and then hold down right. Works every time. This room just kind of tests your jump canceling. You can either break the block and then kill the slime, or you can wait for the slime guy to get closer and then jump up and kill the block and him at the same time. Sometimes this other knight will stay up here and ruin your day. You just have to kind of move around him or kill him. I recommend killing him. You don't have to pick up this gold, I just like to. Right here, jump and swing your shovel to reflect that. Let the green guy live if you're a beginner, and then pogo him and get up here. Ideally, you would pogo this potion thrower, and he would be flung off to the left, and then he would be out of your way. If you get everything perfect in this level, you'll actually hit this cycle to where this pot will just take you up, and you don't have to do anything extra. There's also one other way you can get through this, that I'm going to actually kill myself right here and try and show it off. This is the most advanced way to get up to that platform, but it requires doing the back hop slash at the peak of your high jump. Unfortunately, you need the right potion to be in the spot. And as you see, I jumped and damage boosted and got up here. Again, you just have to figure out which cycle you're going to get and which one you want to do. And just know how to do all three of those. So I'm going to fight Plague Knight, and then I'm going to try and show you how the level should go if you get everything right. To explain Plague Knight, he will always try to jump over you, and so the way we like to set up the fight is we hit him on the ground, jump, and hit him twice in the air, and this pushes us along with him as he moves to the left. Hit him on the ground again, and then repeat the process, and hopefully this will just continue until he's dead. After that point, his jumps kind of become random, and you just kind of have to follow him around, predict where he's going to jump. And if you get to that part, I like to just do 2 or 3 hits in real quick and then move. Yeah, let's do this. Jump off the edge of that platform and try and land on the 6th block out from the right of the wall. So as you can see, that's where I am right now, so that's perfect. Jump and hit him once. Sometimes he'll come back over here, which is also good. Try and use your damage to your advantage to enter his hitbox and stay with him and pogo him. And also try and reflect all the potions you can. But Plague Knight ends up, after you get good at jump canceling your attacks, he becomes much easier than everyone makes him out to be. So now I'll try and show you what the level should look like up to a certain point if you do it optimally, and I will also explain ladder skip. Already lost frames. So because of that, the pots in the long pot room are going to be off cycle. This is still a good cycle though. I can work with this. That's what that pot room will look like in the later half. If you do everything right. Okay, so I'm going to explain why ladder skip works the way it does. When you start this, you want to be on the right half of this fire platform, or as close to it as possible. Face left and jump and get damage boosted by the chomp. Make sure you're not too high, otherwise he won't follow you. But what's going to happen is he's going to follow you to the next platform and the next. As he approaches you, when he reaches his destination, you jump again onto this platform, from this platform to this one, and then again to jump and then delay a pogo and reach the ladder over there. Like that. Right there, I could have used the platform to ride up, but I chose to show off the pogo again, just so you see what it's supposed to look like. I'm gonna fight Plague Knight again, just so you see what happens if maybe I get a bad pattern. Okay, there's only one other thing I want to explain in this level, and that's for that room where I mentioned the damage boost on the potion thrower earlier. It's like the 5th room of the level or something. As you saw during my the playthrough I just did, instead of doing the damage boost, I pogoed him and then swung and hit his potion out of the way. And the way you do that is just like there's these big black lines right here. There's one in that same room that I line myself up with, and I do a short hop, and then I pogo him. And then right after I pogo, I swing my shovel. And that gets rid of the potion. This technically saves frames over the damage boost, but it is kind of tricky to do when you're just starting out, so I don't expect new players to do this. Like that. That's all I wanted to show off in Explodatorium. Oh, I actually need to beat Explodatorium. Pfft, duh.